good evening. First and foremost, thank you everyone for bearing with us for the last 2 days, for participating in this competition, which was for JGLS, the first antitrust law moot court competition, which we've done in association with the firm Shadu Namachand Mangaldas. Thank you. I won't, I know this has been a long weekend for all of us, so I won't waste much of your time, little bit. So the idea of this moot, so I myself was, used to work with Shadu Namachand Mangaldas. That's where I learned my bread and butter of competition law. And competition law is, or antitrust law as it's called in the United States, is something which we see a lot of scope for in India. And as you would have seen in the various other moots of competition law which are prospering across in competition law in India, which are prospering all over the country. This particular moot was started here with the idea of having sort of niche problems, niche moot propositions. As you've noticed, this particular moot problem dealt with not just a pure cartel or a pure bid rigging, but a mix of various elements. There was natural justice thrown in, there was of course bid rigging, there was price fixing, there was a little bit of collective dominance, which all of you I think had a lot of fun with, and of course single economic entity. These are various concepts which have over the last 10 years of competition law jurisprudence evolved, and India is seeing a fresh bunch of now competition lawyers who are interested, who have gone equipped with all of this information to practice competition law in the courts of India. So we really hope that there's some amount of learning experience that all of you have gained from this moot court competition over the course of this weekend. I'd like to again thank you all for participating. At this point, I'd like to invite our Vice Dean, Professor Srijit, to just say a few words on just mooting in general and about Jindal Global Law School's scene in mooting. Professor Srijit.
Good evening to everybody. Let me use a sheet of paper. Permit me, please. I have to present you some statistics here. First of all, allow me to proudly introduce my law school to you in 5 minutes, and I'll take another 3 minutes after that. I know that this is an adrenaline pumping exercise, and many of you are anxiously waiting to hear the results. So this law school was established in 2009 with 110 students and 13 faculty members, and today we are 235 faculty members, the largest in the whole South Asia, and 3,111 students. 60 more faculty members are about to join the law school by 2020 spring. Jindal Global Law School has quite unique double degree programs with University of Arizona, Indiana University, and Cornell University. We have pathway degrees whereby LLB leads to LLM with King's College, Monash University, and Southampton University. We have a LLM through summer schools with the UC Berkeley and a joint dissertation supervision with the University of Brunel. This is in addition to 250 international collaborations, of which 80 are exclusively meant for the law school and all are active, functioning collaborations. Now, as far as mooting is concerned, the Moot Court Society of the Jindal Global Law School comes under the Department of Student Affairs, which is headed by the Associate Dean Student Affairs. Well, MCS is not the only student body. There are numerous others, but I would like to speak about the Moot Court Society in general and the work therein. The MCS of Jindal has imbibed with the true philosophy of a moot court that mooting happens in the sub-pedagogic spaces. We have the understanding that calling it a mock trial or a mock court is fallacious. Moot court is definitely not mock trial or a mock court, but it's more an activity that happens in the sub-pedagogic space. There is a pedagogic utility to the moot court. That's why you study moot court in the law schools. It promotes critical thinking, it promotes analysis, and fantastic imagination. It helps students develop familiarity with the methods and materials of law as a discipline and many other sub-branches of law. It introduces them to judicial process and at times to the legislative process. Above all, moot court teaches the art of text making and the art of storytelling. Well, this is not to forget the most important role play, the ability to role play that the mooting provides. Now, in Jindal Global Law School, as in many other law schools, mooting is part of the internal assessments by the faculty members. So such uses range from a basic mooting proposition on the law of the contract to jurisprudence moots. And yours truly, I had an opportunity once to use a moot problem to be argued before the court of the philosopher kings, whereby the law was the morality and imagination during the pre-Socratic period. Our MCS, the student body, and the directors have been extremely innovative and imaginative in trying to introduce new concepts to the idea of mooting. This includes mooting as part of the many research projects of Jindal Global Law School, from collaborative mootings, from using moot as a means in the research projects to collaborative mooting like the one you have just been part of. In addition to this, in the cards are many other imaginative ventures like pan-university moots with many of our international collaborations, moots on liberal disciplines, and most important, moot courts with a larger weightage on the judging part than on the advocacy part. JGLS has always been committed to relentlessly pursue its dreams and realize its aspirations and ambitions. The SAM moot, or the SAM Jindal moot being, is such a moment of actualizing one of our dream, one of our aspiration. But of course, there is a long way to go for the Jindal moot. I take this opportunity to thank my lovely colleagues, the members of the Moot Court Society, faculty colleagues who judged the Moot Court and evaluated the memorials, the office bearers of Shardul Amarchand Mandaldas, and every individual who in one way or other contributed to this moot. I don't want to stand between you because I know that you're anxiously waiting for the results. So thank you for being part of this great venture. On behalf of JGLS and JGU, I extend my sincere thanks to all of you.
Proceeding further, I'd also just particularly like to thank the Moot Court Society board members, Gauri Garg, Dipanshu Poddar, and Karan Arora, whom I can't see right now, as well as all the volunteers who helped us over the course of the last few weeks, particularly the last weekend. Now coming to the results, of course. I'd like Mr. Yaman Verma and Ritvik Bhattacharya to give the award for the best memorial. So for navigating their way through the various issues in this moot proposition, the award of best memorial goes to GNLU. So Saurabh, Ayushi, and Naina, could you please come down? I forgot to mention that the cash prize for this best memorial is 10,000 rupees, and that of course goes to Gujarat National Law University. For the next award, I invite Mr. Yaman Verma to give the award for the best advocate male. This goes for the cash prize of a total of 10,000 rupees. Goes to Mr. Vishnu Suresh of Nual's Kochi. Please note the best advocates were based on the scoring during the preliminary and reverse preliminary rounds. For the award of Best Advocate Female, I'd like to invite Mr. Ritvik Bhattacharya to give the award. The award goes to Ms. Dhriti Mitra of Symbiosis Law School, Pune. For the award of runners-up, which is of course awaited at the moment, the total amount for the runners-up is rupees 30,000. The total amount for the winning team is rupees 40,000. And a correction to my prior statement for the best memorial was rupees 20,000. I think the JNLU team is enjoying taking photographs of it at the moment. Anyway, getting to the best runners-up, and therefore, of course, coming to the runners-up team, I'd like to invite Professor Srijit and Mr. Rajshekhar Rao to give this award. That's why I'm delaying it as much as possible. I'd also like to add the contribution by LexisNexis, our research partner, which has provided us with these textbooks. I'd also like to add that two people who are currently sitting, Mr. Yaman Verma and Ritvik Bhattacharya, contributed to the first edition of Duggar on competition law, but this is, the fifth edition. The ones which are currently being given is the 7th edition. Alright, so runners-up goes to Nalsar. I'd like Nishant, Prakhar, Mansi, could please come down, and therefore thank you. And finally, for the cash prize of rupees 40,000 rupees, the winners of the first Antitrust Law Moot Court Competition 2019 goes to Nual's Kochi. Thank you, everyone. A very big thank you to our finalist bench, Mr. Rajshekhar Rao, Mr. Yaman Verma, and Mr. Ritvik Bhattacharya, and to our Vice Dean, Professor Srijit. I'd like to once again thank you all for coming. This brings to a close the first Antitrust Law Moot Court competition. There are snacks outside, right outside, if you would help yourselves. Thank you very much.